Welcome back everyone, it's Savannah here, one of the tutors at the beauty school, and I'm here with my lovely model Bianca. How are you going?
I'm good, how are you?
Good, thank you for asking. We're here today to talk about correction tips, how to fix any makeup mistakes to get that flawless finish.
Yes.
Cool.
Some important things.
Very important. So firstly, it is crucial that you prep the skin. Now, have you applied any moisturizer this morning?
Yep.
You have?
Always.
Fantastic.
Cleanse, serum, moisturize, SPF.
Fantastic. All right, since she's done all of those steps, we're going to come in with a primer. Now I'm just going to make sure that I've applied the primer onto my palette, which I have, and I'm going to use this flat brush here. So just coming in with a primer, and I'm going to apply it in upwards motions like this.
A few moments later.
Great, so now that the primer is applied, I'm going to follow the next step, which is color correction. Now, if you're not sure how to do that, we've just filmed a video on color correction, so make sure you head back onto our YouTube page and check that out. Now that we've applied our color correction, I'm going to come in with our foundation and show you the best ways to apply to make sure you don't have any patchiness or cakiness. So I like to come in with a rounded foundation brush first to smooth out the areas, and then I'll come in with a beauty blender just to make everything look seamlessly blended. So how I like to apply is I'll come in and just dab the foundation on like this, and always check with your client how the pressure is. You don't want to be hurting them. How's that feeling? Good?
Good.
Perfect. Now when you're holding a brush, you don't want to be holding it too close to the brush hairs, otherwise this is going to be too heavy-handed and might actually hurt your client with the pressure. So I like to hold it about midway through the brush handle. So now that I've applied the foundation with my rounded foundation brush, I'll come in with my beauty blender. Now it's super important when you're using a beauty blender that you're not dragging the foundation down or up, as this is going to create patchiness. Always just gently bounce the beauty blender up and down like this, or gently just really roll it on the skin. Now this is a really cool technique as well. If you feel like you've gone too heavy with the foundation, a damp beauty blender will actually pick up some of that product and can help lighten the coverage. So next step, we're coming in with some cream contour. Now it's super important with the placement of contour that you're going to match it best for each person's face shape. And when I come in with my contour, I'll always start towards the ear first because it's easier to blend. If you go too heavy through the center of the cheek, it's going to be a lot harder to blend, and it can make the face look a bit muddy or heavy. So starting it up at the ear like this is best. So just to show you what would happen if you apply too much cream contour. So I'll apply quite a lot here, and we can work at fixing it. Leave it alone.
Oh, this is what we used to do when we were 16.
Oh, I know,
Too
it's
much.
bringing back 2015 vibes.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Stunning. I think we're finished, honestly.
gorgeous. How'd you get so gorgeous?
Beautiful. Great. So as you can see, we've come in very, very heavy-handed. You're looking very sculpted, but in the worst way. So a really good way to fix this is coming in with a brush that is clean with absolutely no product on it. You're going to gently just blend that.
And buff that
And
out.
buff it all out. Another thing you can do is using your beauty blender to do the exact same thing, making sure that that is has been wet and is damp, as this will help pick up that product. See how much that's already improving on your face?
Heaps.
You can also blend like this, never dragging the product, but blending in circular motions is fine. Oh, sorry.
I was going to say, this feels so nice.
Nice.
Keep saying that.
Now, if you feel like you've come in too heavy down here and it's making your face kind of droop, you can actually come in with some foundation underneath or concealer to clean up that area. But I'm going to finish blending out the contour first before we apply any extra on top, all around it. It's also important that you get your clients to take off their jewelry so that you avoid getting any product on them, but we have missed that step, so
Sorry.
we're just going to keep that on for now.
Reminder.
So it looks fine in the video and there's no awkward jumps in editing. Yeah. So as I mentioned before, if you do feel like you've come too low with the contour, just grab a bit of that foundation you've used before and you can carve it out. So coming in with some cream blush now. Now, cream blush can sometimes be very pigmented. So if you feel like you've gone too heavy-handed with the blush, there is some ways to fix it. So we're just gonna apply a whole heap of it all over her, just to make her look blushing. Now, if you're someone like me, I absolutely love blush, but it's not for everyone. So it is important that you check with your client what their preference is.
Always use the rule, less is best.
Yes.
Because you can always add more if you need.
Build it up,
Yeah.
definitely. I like blush too. I would actually
I'd
leave
leave
this
it.
on me. Yeah, I love it. But as I was saying, it's not for everyone. So a great way to fix that is grabbing a beauty blender, and you're just going to pick up some of that blush. Next step is concealer. This can also cover any of that extra blush. Now, if you find that your concealer is too light or is too dark, you can always add a little bit of lighter concealer through the inner corner and the outer corner, or vice versa with your darker. It is important that you are choosing shades that are slightly lighter than your foundation, as this will give a brightening effect, but you also don't want to look ghostly or too white under the eye.
No,
It's not a nice look.
not Halloween yet.
Yeah. And I'm going to use my beauty blender just to blend out that concealer and make it more seamless. Now, if you have a client that gets creases really easy, Now, if you have a client that gets creases really easily around their eyes or around their smile lines, there's a really cool technique that you can do to help avoid that. So I'm going to grab an eyeshadow brush and some translucent powder. So using a big powder brush is great for the whole face, but sometimes it doesn't get all of the finer lines. So if you come in and blend those lines out with your beauty blender, come in with translucent powder and an eyeshadow brush, you can really get into those areas. So under the eyes, around the nose, smile lines. Now, because of how I've strategically placed the translucent powder, it will really help with any creasing. Now, we get this question asked a lot of the time, how do I fix up any mistakes with the mascara? And there are a few different ways you can do it, but this is my favorite way. So I wait until the mascara has dried. You don't want to be doing it while it's wet, because that's just going to go absolutely everywhere. You're going to look like you have a bruised eye.
We've done it before.
It's not nice.
We've done it before.
It's part of the learning experience. It's a bit of a canon effect. Is that the right word? But
Domino?
domino effect. I don't know. It's something, you know.
Something, not a good effect.
It's not an effect that we want. So how we fix it is waiting for it to go dry. We'll grab a lovely Q-tip like this.
Cotton tip, cotton bud. What else do we call them?
Whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
Up to you. We're going to come in and really gently blush. Why do I keep saying it? We're going to come in and really gently buff it away. Now, how is that feeling? Is that too hard on your eye, or is it okay?
That feels fine.
It's also important that you're giving breaks between this so that the skin doesn't get too irritated, so you can move on to the other area while you're waiting.
And probably more like, be super careful if you're doing it on someone who has really sensitive skin, or would you say more of like a mature skin?
Yeah, I'd say both.
Yeah.
Yep. You may need to grab a couple of these as well. But yeah, you really don't want to be disrupting their skin, especially if they have dry skin too, because this can be even more irritating. Now, this trick can sometimes take away the concealer or the foundation. As you might be able to see there is a bit of a gap between product. Close your eyes, but that's okay. We can fix that too. The mascara's off, so let's fix it.
The tip is to stay calm.
Yes, don't let your client know that it's all messed up.
Just have a deep breath and you'll be able to fix it.
Yeah. Now, if you, for whatever reason, have taken away the foundation from the face or the concealer and you want to fix that up, do not come in with liquid foundation concealer. This is going to make it messy, it's going to look patchy, and it's just not going to blend, especially if you've put powder on top. So it's super important that you're using cream products, as this tends to just blend a little bit easier and can sit on top of powder formulas. Now, if she's got eyeshadow on, which she doesn't at the moment, but if she was, you can be very gentle with this and then set it and come back in with your eyeshadow. All right, now that cream product's been reapplied, we'll just make sure that we powder it very, very gently. Don't be too heavy-handed with the powder as this will cause layers and cakiness. Just really gently over the top, just dusting it. And there we have it. Fixed.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
Thanks so much, Sav.
No worries.
Amazing.
If you really enjoyed today's video, make sure that you leave us a like, comment down below what you enjoyed best.
The bell.
Don't forget about the bell. Make sure you hit it if you want to be notified on our next video. Subscribe, you know what to do.
Everything, and let us know if you have any questions on any more hacks.
What you
and
want to
tips.
see next?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Great. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.